Thank you very, very much.
Get your hard hat.
There we go. There we go. They're up and away. They're up and away, as if one would fit me. But again, assuming that would be the case, are we off to the races with housing? Let's ask Money Guy, Ryan Tate, Lizzie McDonald. Lizzie, do you think bubble, real, what?
It feels real, though we do have a lot of foreign investors moving into the space. And so that Dagan made a good point about what the knock-on effects of GDP is. Not about the hat, right?
I know that was a cheap shot.
But you know what? It was funny.
That's
but
fine.
you know, the issue too is about housing. Is now if you get your house sold, you're freed up to go find a job elsewhere. It may unlock the jobs economy as well.
You know, though, I'm looking at this, Ryan. You could make the argument right now that if it holds, we are seeing buyers come in a market where rates are going up and where home prices are going up. So that would defy conventional wisdom, makes you think that people are waiting for deals. Or is that just the very reason? They feel the time for deals has come and gone because the opportunity is slipping away.
Well, I think you have to assume that everyone is shopping for deals right now. I know that even if you look at healthcare, regardless of the industry right now, people are price conscious. That's what we look for. That's what we care about. And I think the internet has even made that a bigger deal for us, that we know we have the access to that information so we can go out there and be an educated shopper.
All right. Now, stepping back from this, guys, and touching on what's going on in the market, now, maybe housing's in another bubble. That's hard to say. But certainly there has been this rap that technology's in a bubble. And the Facebook now dwarfing, Walmart market value.
Wow.
You've seen all of these other analogies used, that it's getting too far too fast. A Fitbit comes out, gets valued at $7 billion. That's unrealistic.
Yeah, Fitbit is now valued twice of what a JCPenney is valued at. And, you mentioned Facebook, and Facebook just hitting a record high, a lifetime high in trading today. Facebook has $15 billion in revenues versus Walmart's $420 billion in revenues. We're talking about companies that are decades old that have been out, and global brands like Walmart. Now Uber is valued more than a Delta or even a FedEx. Airbnb valued more than a Marriott. I think there's a .app bubble. That's what Wall Street's talking about versus a .com bubble. Back then, companies were valued on revenue per eyeballs. Now it's monthly active users. And it's just by another name. So,
but is that as frothy as it was at 2000? Because we're always back to these 15-year highs,
Yeah, well,
the last time that was
the rate of the VC investment about matches what it was in 2000.
Capital.
Yeah, but when we're talking about the IPOs that are coming to the market, some 70% of them have no profits, and we don't know how they're valuing themselves or the markets are valuing them. It's mostly on cash flow.
Ryan, what do you make of that? That this isn't that different from last go round, and we are setting ourselves up for a fall.
Sure. Well, see, I think it is different. Now, if you look at the way, especially when Facebook launched their IPO, their rise was different. It was slower. If you go back to the late 90s and early 20s, they were flash in the pan, all speculation. Market cap and valuations went through the roof overnight, and of course, most of those companies busted. This is different. They came out, they actually went down, and their business model sustained them and brought them up. So right now, I like Facebook. I like their business model.
But what about the frothiness of some of the names that were mentioned here? I mean, you don't think that gets a little too ahead of itself?
No, I think it does, but I think Facebook's bubble is because of popularity. I think the digital generation, the generation coming up, they don't want to use the same platform that I use. They don't want to be on there with mom and dad. And then I don't think Facebook, these companies are necessarily innovators. If you're not innovative and you're not rebranding, repurposing, a lot like what Google did,
but,
you're gonna be a bubble.
To your point about valuation, Uber just about doubled, in terms of its perceived implied valuation. In just 6 months' time. Uber didn't exist when President Obama was first elected to office or when Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. So, the fact that Uber is now, pre-market valued more than the majority of S&P 500 companies, you got to say to yourself, what's going on here?
And only in this market can you name a company Uber. Like, Uber!
That's
right.
Like this.
And we'll buy it.
We got to get you an Uber construction hat, too.
That's fine. Enough of you.
I meant the hardness of it. I didn't mean anything else.
Bye. Joe Lynn Ken, who blessedly, hopefully has no cheap shots, but you never know, on BlackBerry that hopes to be resurrecting itself yet again.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the stock was up 8% in the pre-market. Now it's down pretty significantly, about 4% right now on the loss that it posted. It was wider than expected, Neil. Here's the issue. If you are in this stock to make money, it is all about the software. You saw a 150% quarterly jump in software revenue, but phones were actually down by 30%, Neil. And when you're looking at the comparison year to date, BlackBerry's down about, 15%. Apple is up by 15%. BlackBerry only sold 1.1 million phones.
That's incredible. And it wasn't that long ago. No, they've been talking of partnerships. Wasn't one rumored with a licensing deal with Cisco, and that's just not doing it, right?
Yeah, well, here's the thing, that they have acquired some security companies. BlackBerry is very much known for how secure the software is, and that's really where the bread and butter of this is going. And John Chen says that he expects, he's the CEO, he expects that they'll get to profitability and turn this thing around in the next year or so. So there's hope there for BlackBerry, but today's results really up 8% in the pre-market and then down 4%. A lot going on there.
A lot going on. Again, another reminder, folks, is if you need it, that was the go-to phone, the go-to product, the go-to stock. It could do no wrong. And Apple, schmapple, iPhone, schmyphone. See how times change like that. And I wasn't even wearing a heavy helmet to say it. More after this.